Alrighty, what's up everybody? It is I. Did you miss me? It is I, your tribe of God of Extreme, Peter Joseph here for a beautiful Monday evening video, June the 16th, 2015. We're at the halfway point of June. We're getting there. We're getting to the summer, ladies and gentlemen. Friday is the start of summer. Get ready. It's gonna be hot. Like me. But you knew that already. But thank you for watching right here on Killer of Demons 66. Hot as hell. 9. And as always, thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video. Hit that subscribe button, as always, on this channel and my other channels as well. Show your support. Don't forget to hit that bell. Turn on all notifications so you don't miss anything. And all the other good shit. Alright, no big intro because we got Monday Night Raw coming up. And I'm sorry I didn't get this up sooner, but I've been very busy over the weekend. With some certain things. You know, I have a life, so I have to live my great life that you wish you had, because you don't. You think about me 24/7, 365, and that's a fact. On God, bitches. But yeah, been a little bit busy over the weekend. You know, it was Father's Day weekend, so I had to spend some time with my pop on Saturday. I was gonna do it yesterday, but he wasn't feeling well yesterday because, you know, old. But we made the most of it. We had a good time going to the Cyclones and all that good shit. So it was a good time. So but since I didn't do it before, happy Father's Day to everybody, all the great men that made us proud, and that's pretty much it. Maybe, you know, and make us men, basically, you know. Not your father, you're pretty much a pussy. But, but I digress on that. But happy Father's Day to everybody. Begin a new week. And we got Monday night. Tonight, more King and Queen of the Ring matches. We got the return of my first amazingly hot fucking Asian wife. And that's Asuka. She's back. She's going to be in one of those Queen of the Ring tournament matches with Stephanie Vercour. Ivy Nile, and I think Raquel Rodriguez, so not a great match, but I'm hoping Asuka pulls it out. I'm thinking they might go with Stephanie, but I wouldn't be surprised if they go with Asuka. But I think the winner of this faces Alexa Bliss. Asuka, Alexa Bliss? That could be good. But we shall see what happens with that. More in the men's tournament. I'm going to see what else happens on your 2.5-hour cure for insomnia. That's Monday Night Raw. But we'll talk about that probably later. We'll see what happens with all that. It should be a good show. But anyway, hope you had a great day. And if not, well, fuck you. And that's pretty much it. Alright, it is time for your late, super so far out of date Smackdown Thoughts. Thoughts. For June the 13th, Friday the 13th, happy late birthday to my good buddy Jason Voorhees. You know him, you love him, one of the best slashers in the business. Next to Michael Myers, of course. We got that. So, June the 13th, 2025, the Friday the 13th edition of Smackdown from the Rupp Arena, one of the legendary arenas in pretty much the country, in Lexington, Kentucky. Kentucky Fried Chicken. No, I don't know if Fried Chicken was there or the Colonel was there, but Lexington, Kentucky. Friday Night Smackdown. As always, our commentary team, Joe Tessitore and Bad News Reed Bettis. And I'm Floyd Joe, I got some bad news. We gotta get this going, so shut up. Okay, Joe, wait, calm down. Time is money, money is time. And some of you don't have money or time because you waste it on me, basically. But we get that. Alright, so the show wasn't great, but interesting things happening with that. We start off with John Cena! Mr. 17 in your scorecard, 17 in your heart, the last real world champion. Comes out, gets a special goddamn introduction from Mark Nash. No relation to Kevin Nash. Thank God. Anyway, so he says, I'm on the Mount Rushmore of wrestling. is basically for me. Yeah, like for Roman would be nice too, right, John? Because he's better than you and you know it. Anyway, he's smarter than the average bear and smarter than everybody. He's always 1,000 steps ahead of us. Well, we're 1,001 too, John. Anyway, talks about last year announcing his retirement a year in advance so he could have 6 months to scout his biggest opponents. Okay. I mean, Cody 1, Punk 2, R-Truth 3? Really, R-Truth? A big opponent? Oh, R-Truth's giving him fits, though. But anyway, he talks about Punk and Night of Champions, saying if you don't take this shot, you're a hypocrite, basically. This is what he is. He says, Seth Rollins, you're not going to cash in on me because you want me to take the title away so you can be the champion, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, I solve everything because I'm smarter than everyone, and it will take you years to understand that. And then, Cody! MD Cody, you bitch! He has to come out, and by the way, he's in the new reboot of The Naked Gun, and it looks like shit. Don't watch it. Do not see that movie. It is garbage. From what I've seen of the trailer, it is not that great. God bless your mighty soul, Leslie Nielsen. Just saying. So, Cody calls Cena a genius. Pfft, you're not either. Agrees that Cena's plans have been right the entire time. He has his 25-year master plan, and there's one detail you overlooked, and that's, I pinned you at Money in the Bank. So I'm not part of your plan because you're part of my plan to get the world title back. And then, Randy Orton, it is not this voice! Randy, your quads are so thick. Your helmet's so big. Oh, I can't wait for Spaceballs 2. Oh, yes! Anyway, so Randy comes out and says, I had you beat at Backlash until somebody, not named you, saved you again. So he's ready to win King of the Ring to get to Cena, win number 15, and Cody will go through you too. Cody's like, yeah, I know that. And then Eli Drake. That's an insult. That's a fact of life. And then Wade Barrett would say, yeah. He comes out and says, hey, I'm in the tournament too. And I'm like the sore thumb of the WWE. Well, basically you are. He says, if I have to drop anybody to be the WWE champion, so be it. So Cena's like, I don't gotta deal with this shit, because he's getting basically ripped apart. So he goes up the ramp, and then Ron Killings comes out, jumps from behind, beats the fuck out of him. And then Eli, basically, is jumping in this main event picture, and then nothing to do with the U.S. title. Okay? Yeah. No more Jacob Fatu for you. You already lost that chance so many times. And with Shinsuke. That too. Alright, so we get that. So that was pretty good to start. So then we go into the first round match in the King of the Ring. Randy versus Eli Drake versus Carmelo Hayes. Him. And the man from hell, Aleister Black, were one of the most amazing themes ever. Just amazing. This was actually a good match. Back and forth match. 16-minute match. Getting to the end, Eli comes in with, Randy has the double Hangman's DDT all loaded up. Eli comes in with a neck breaker to Orton. Tries both of them now, so it's like a neck breaker Hangman DDT combo. That was very impressive. Impressive, Skywalker. Very impressive. Anyway, Eli loads up the BFT. He hits them on Aleister Black, and then Carmelo made the save, and then Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker! They come out. Seth's lackeys come out. Beat the fuck out of basically everybody again. Braun hits a super spear on Eli, and then Carmelo goes up top. He's like, hey, I'm getting help here. Yay, I'm gonna win. Everybody's like, yes, King Mello, and no. Goes for the Eddie Guerrero frog splash, and Randy's like getting up like, oh, you're gonna try that shit? Gilmore Cutter! Bang! Gilmore Cutter in midair. Randy goes for the pin on Eli Drake. 1, 2, 3. So actually, he hit the Gilmore Cutter in midair, and then landed on Eli, and then Randy pinned Eli. So Randy goes on to the semifinals, where he will face somebody. And we'll see what happens with that. Good match, though. Good match. But never, ever think you will not see the Gilmore cutter coming, because you won't. And you will never get up from it. So if you want to try, bring it, baby. Alright, then we see Jacob Fatu, mean. He comes in for the chitty chat. Fans are all happy because he's getting a big babyface push right now. And basically saying, he was in the back, taking all the other people's credit, like Solo and blah 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 blah. Solo's credit, I love you, Solo. I don't like you anymore. So basically, Solo just kept him in the back to do his dirty work. That's why he took Solo out at Money in the Bank. Now he's on his own. And then we see Solo Mibuki along with JC Mateo. It even looked like him for a second. Who is that? Some guy with glasses. Looked like M. Bison or some shit. So he's on the Tron saying, I brought you into this world, and I'll take you out. And Jacob, all you have to do is say 4 words. I love you, Solo. And then this whole thing will be gone. I don't think he's going to say that next week. Not happening. He's going to say, I hate you, Solo! And then add, bitch, something like that. Alright, so we got that. So we'll see what happens next week on the program with Jacob Fatu, and Solo Mibuki. I think we're going to get a U.S. title match, probably Night of Champions. We'll see. Alright, then we go to Nicholas Aldis' office. He has, most of the secret Hurt Vis, that's Piper Nevin Dewdrop, and Alba Fire, the Sergeant at Arms. Chelsea Green is on the phone, FaceTiming, and it is funny as fuck. She starts yelling, saying, why are you not the Queen of the Ring? Well, actually, she was in the Queen of the Ring, but she's like, I don't want to do it in Lexington, Kentucky. So I was like, I ain't talking to you, fuck you. Puts Alba Fire in her place. I'm like, okay, Chelsea ain't gonna be in the Queen of the Ring, girl. You're in there, Alba Fire. So they leave, and then Selena Vega, the women's U.S. champ, looking great. She comes in and sees that Chelsea's on the FaceTime. She just looks like, you. Puts the phone down, and you hear Chelsea like, screaming, and she's still on the phone, screaming and yelling and shit. But anyway, Selena says, I want Julia. Well, not this week. So next week, I don't know if there's going to be a match or a face-to-face. I can't wait for that. Julia's going to wipe the floor, hopefully wipe the floor with my girl Selena, but, we'll see what happens with that. But funny thing was, fucking Chelsea Green on the phone, on the FaceTime, still yelling. And the segment was over. Stop and talk to me. I'm like, bitch, shut up! Hang up the phone. Shit. Alright, we got that. Alright, sorry about that. Alright, then we go to the first Women's Queen of the Ring tournament match. If I can get the notes, my notes. There we go. Alright, so we have Mia Yim, Dewdrop, Piper Nevin, Jade Cargill, and Nia Jax, former Queen of the Ring last year. So technically, she's defending. Technically. It was a good match. But in the end, well, Nia, you are no longer going to be queen this year because Jade comes in after Piper drives Nia through the barricade. Ow. Then hits the Piper bomb on Mia Yim, which I think is like the Vader bomb. Goes for the cover, then Jade comes in, hits Jaded on Piper. I don't know how she got her up, but impressive. 1, 2, 3, Jade goes on to the semifinals. So there you go. I think Jade might win this, but we'll see. But we'll see what happens with that. Alright, moving on. Good match though. Alright, speaking of Miss Money in the Bank, we have Naomi. She comes out. And people, so shocked that she's Miss Money in the Bank. They think they're, you guys are so stupid. But I took what I deserved. And the entire time she was trying to take the title from Nia. Tiffy Tiff was there to stop her. But, nice Naomi allowed that to happen. But now she's not so nice anymore. So then it's Tiffy time! Daddy! Daddy! Yes. What? You see me on TV? Yes, I saw that horrible first pitch. I know. Don't worry about it. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You should have took the belt off, darling. It would have been a perfect pitch. You know, next time you throw out the first pitch, you know, your friend Liv Morgan did pretty well at the Boston Red Sox game. Good pitch, but a little bit outside. Not Tiffy, but Liv. Liv threw a good pitch, but it was like bounced. You throw like a girl, because she is a girl. Oh, that's a Sandlot reference. You throw like a girl. But what if I was? Okay. Moving on. So Tiffy comes out and says, "Why don't you just cash in on me right here, right now? It's not that hard." And she's like, "Naomi, you all talk and no action, and that's why you couldn't even beat Nia." Ooh. So that doesn't work for Naomi. Naomi's like, "Do you think I'm stupid? You think I'm Boo Boo the Fool?" I'm like, "Who the fuck is Boo Boo the Fool?" Surprise! I actually let the comment on that video, and somebody said Boo Boo the Clown. Boo Boo the Clown. Boo Boo the Fool is some old TV show. Something like. Okay. And I like when she yelled at the face, like, "Bitch, you heard me!" Like, ooh. We heard you. I heard you. Okay, calm down, Naomi, calm down. Anyway, so, basically, Naomi tells Tiffy Tiff, "I'm gonna make your life a living hell in a cell." No, in a hell, if you see my short, you know. But, and basically tells her to proceed with caution. But she won't do it now, but she'll do it when she least expects it. Like the Gilmore Cutter. So we got that. So she goes to leave, and then Tiffy's like, and then Nia, woo! Jax jumps Tiffy Tiff, hits the Annihilator. Ooh, not on the titties. Gotta save the titties. Come on. Alright, so Naomi is like, "Ooh, I'm gonna go cash in." No, I'm not gonna do it. And then Nia's like, "Don't you dare!" So Nia basically, I can't say cock blocked per se, but blocked the tease of a cash-in by Naomi. But I think we're going to get it, probably by SummerSlam. We'll see. Then we move on with that. Alright, then once again, early in the day, Nick Aldis is with the tag team division because they've been trying to get a piece of the Wyatts. I'm like, who's going to step up first? Oh, I don't know. So the Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin say, we want first dibs. Oh boy, guys, I love you guys, but, you know, no. Don't even try. So anyway, we get to the match. It was Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin taking on Dexter Lumis and Joe Gacy. Could have been better. There was a botch near the end where Gacy and Dexter, like, Gacy barely hit fucking Chris Sabin, and then Joe Gacy, like, kind of messed up the high-low kick. I'm like, how do you do that? And then they stop, they go out of the ring to see Uncle Howdy. I'm like, what's going on here? And then they go back up, and then I think Gacy went up with a frog splash. Just the finish just looked really weird. And then Dexter goes up, hits the guillotine drop. It just felt really off to me. So, I mean, decent match, but the Wyatts obviously wiped the floor with the machine guns. And that's that. Speaking of tag teams, I want to say my best wishes to my boy, speaking of boys, the Yes Boys! Kit Wilson got injured by Hikuleo, who made his debut on Main Event. You debut him on Main Event? Hunter, what is wrong with you? Main Event and you're throwing Kit Wilson in? And what happens? Kit Wilson got hurt. I don't know if it was his shoulder or his leg, but he's going to be out for a little bit. But just remember, as his tag team partner, Elton Prince, did Elton Strong with his neck, I think they're going to do some like vignettes where we're going to have Elton in probably like a wheelchair or on crutches or some shit. Hey, Kit Wilson strong, baby. Kit strong. Kid Strong. Ooh. So, yeah, it sucks that the Yes Boys are not there. Pretty much, the Yes Boys running on SmackDown has just been abysmal. But they're fun, but, what could have been for former NXT Tag Team Champions and NXT UK Tag Team Champions, when there used to be NXT UK. They're thinking about bringing back NXT Europe. Pfft, big fucking whoop that will be. Alright, we got that. Alright, then we go to the back. John Cena walks up to Jimmy Uso. He's like, hey, have you seen Ron Killings? No. Have you seen R-Truth? No. But you two have like a bond. You're like your best friends. He's like, well, if you see him, tell him I'm going to the ring. Ooh, okay, John. So John goes to the ring. He says, I can tolerate a certain level of disrespect, but Ron Killings, you crossed the line. Not to TNA yet. He could have. They were waiting for him too. Ron, dude, could have went to TNA. Anyway, so he calls Ron out for a fight, but instead, CM Punk. Punky Brewster comes out. Big freaking promo battle that was. And basically, Punk's talking about, oh, we at the Elimination Chamber, we hugged. It was like 10 years since we fought and everything. And then you attacked me from behind and you let Seth Rollins stomp me. And then all you could say was sorry, you bitch. And then basically says you saying you're gonna be on the Mount Rushmore when you got guys like Eddie Guerrero, ese. Eddie, you're on Mount Rushmore. You're the greatest. Well, I know, ese, I'm the greatest. I'm Eddie Guerrero, ese, pero I don't get. Bret Hart. I don't know about that. I don't know, Owen, you have something to say about that? Your brother Bret on Mount Rushmore? Well, my nose got here 5 minutes ago! Okay, Owen, come on. I am not a nugget! I'm a black heart, damn it! Woo! Okay. Calm down, damn. Put him up there. Harley Race. Okay, I put him up there. And the legend, you, sir, Terry! Terry! Cactus! You call me Cactus? Terry! Yes, Terry! How you doing, Terry? Cactus, leave me alone. I'm bowling. I thought you were playing bingo. The same thing! No, it's not! I was a hardcore legend in Japan. Okay. Crazy stuff. But we got that. So he names those guys. I'm like, okay, you can put them on Mount Rushmore. I mean, putting those guys before like Hogan and Roman and Undertaker. Punk. Woohoo. Anyway, so basically Punk says, I'll meet you in Saudi Arabia. Yeah, now you're a hypocrite. I'm not gonna go there because of my beliefs, and now I'm gonna fight him. No, he got forced to go to Saudi Arabia. He didn't want to go, he got forced to go. Because now he's gonna lose. He thought he was gonna lose anyway, but... Even if this match didn't happen, it probably would have been on Saturday's main event, and Punk would have lost. Probably by DQ or some shit. But anyway, blah, blah, blah. And basically says, I will sacrifice the goat to the gods of wrestling. Okay. That sounds vulgar. And then R-Truth comes from behind, hits Cena, locks in the STF. Referees have to come and break it up, and then Cena got out of there, but he was limping. Uh-oh. That's not fun. If he's limping, he might have to use his super Cena spinach to get better. We got that. We'll see. We move on. Alright. WWE's Bliss, Alexa Bliss, ready to move closer to being Queen of the Ring, but Horse Race Show the Flair, the so-called Queen, comes in to say, there is only one Queen. Well, you have to prove it because you're in our next match. Before we get to that match, R-Truth goes up to Nick Aldis and says, and then Nick Aldis like, why are you beating up John Cena again? What do you want from me? And Ron's like, I want a match with Cena next week. Done. So next week we got an epic match with Ron Killings and Cena, Part 2 Electric Boogaloo. Not for the title, obviously. Sucks. And then Ron's Killings like, I'm driving now. sick freak. Randy! You know, have those weird faces. Randy! Wendy! Oh, sorry. Joe, stop. Anyway. Alright, so we got that match next week. Alright, Queen of the Ring qualifying match. Charlotte Flair, Miss Bliss, Alexa Bliss, Alba Fire, and Candice LeRae. And match was meh. But in the end, Charlotte hits a spear on Candice for a near fall. Then grabs a figure 8 on Alba Fire. But then Miss Bliss is right there. Who hits the sister Abigail DDT on Candice. And while Alba was about to tap, Lexi pins Candice. And the referee's like, 1, 2, 3. Doesn't know what to do. 1, 2, 3. What the hell happened? But Alexa gets the win. She moves on into the tournament, to the semifinals, right before Alba tapped out. So Charlotte thought she won, but it was just a little bit too late. And Charlotte's all embarrassed. I think she's going to cost Alexa in the semifinals. Not that I want to see a feud between them, but what are you going to do? Alright. Let me move on. Alright, Cody runs into CM Punk in the back. He says, oh, you know, we're going to meet someday. So they wish each other luck. You know, Cody's like, I'll see you when you have the belt. Yeah. Alright, we got that. Alright, then, this was the main event of the evening. Final King of the Ring, first round match. Cody taking on Poppy Priest, Andrade, and Shinsuke Nakamura. This was an actually good match. Tables were used. Cody and Poppy were trying to work together to put, I think, Shinsuke through the table. That didn't work, because Cody went through that fucking table. That's where he belongs. But we get to the end. Andrade gets back up after a couple of Kinshasas by Shinsuke for a near fall. Andrade gets back up, hits the message for a near fall on Poppy, then slugs it out with Shinsuke, but then Cody breaks that up, hits a couple of Cody cutters that are horrible. He did it to Priest, and I think he did it to Shinsuke, and then picks up Shinsuke, hits Crossroads. I'm like, oh, Shinsuke had to take the pin. Again? Damn it! Alright, so Cody goes on to the semifinals. I'm thinking we're gonna get Cody and Randy in the finals. I hope not. I think Cody might win this fucking thing, and I don't care. King Cody, nobody cares. Worst king ever. I want to swerve. I want somebody other than Cody to win it. I don't want to see Cody, Cena 2, Electric Boogaloo with SummerSlam. Nobody wants to see that. I'd rather have Randy versus John Cena 2, Electric Boogaloo at SummerSlam. But, I mean, I'm not the booker, so I'm not Hunter, so. Right. But good match, and that pretty much ends SmackDown. What are you going to do? Alright, that's it for SmackDown. Raw's just about on the air right now. Let's see what happens tonight. Asuka's back, so you know my pants are off right now, so I'm just waiting for Asuka to come out so I can just take my underwear off. But you know, when she comes out, we go down. That's all I gotta say about that. Alright, I'm gonna go watch I'm gonna go watch Raw, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna settle down, watch this 2.5 hour show. But I might be back later with your official Monday Night Raw review right here once again on the channel. So please stay tuned. Hit that fucking bell when it goes up. Because it's not tonight. Probably will be tomorrow. And that's it. Alright, guys. I am out of here. Until next time. My final rating, 6.5 out of 10 stars for Raw. Wasn't great, but decent. SmackDown, I should say. So 6.5 out of 10 stars for SmackDown, and that's all I gotta say about that. Leave your thoughts down below, and that's it. Until next time, go fuck yourselves. Peace.